So the first week I'll be like, obviously, resting and rehearsing, but I'll probably stay somewhere where it's close to the rehearsal studio, and then after the show, that's when I just go to and that Steve would arrive maybe 2 or 3 days before the show, and just right then after the show we'll go to the islands.
So how long have you and Steve been together?
12 years now.
Steve and I have been together.
Oh, Steve and I have been together. Steve and I have been together 12 years. We met at Halloween. He was wearing the makeup, not me.
That's perfect. So, what did you think when you first met this guy? Was this, the birds were chirping and, or...
I wasn't looking. I was there to hook up, to be honest.
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. Yeah, it's a gay Christmas. And the last thing I want to do on Halloween is put on makeup. Because that's what I do, all year round. So I would just hang out in our place and, here comes this guy. And we just started to talk and, we hooked up that night. And the rest, as they say, is, history. So
you two, whenever you see you out together, it's a dynamic there. It's a lot of, you can tell you've been together for more than a couple of months, right?
Yeah.
Because it'll be a look or something, and he will know what to pick up or help you carry. And it's really it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the first time we, when we first did, our first trip together was in Vegas. Oh, I've performed in Vegas too at Bali's, by the way. So
nice.
That's another one. So this big labor union had this huge party in both ballrooms in Vegas, and there was also an event the night before, a special event the night before. So I did their show the night before in the top of Bali's or top of the Hilton, whatever that is. So did a full cabaret set, and then the two ballrooms side by side. I would do my Patsy and my three numbers, and with other performers, right? So it's huge, like thousands of, maybe 2,000 people gathering in that ballroom. So Steve and I never traveled together before, so this was going to be our first travel date. So I said, okay, we're going to Vegas. I said, So, okay, but I'm performing. I said, So I wasn't sure how he would cope with the madness. And, we traveled really well together. He did very well. So I that's when I knew, it's going to work. And so,
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I think it's
the maintenance person.
Traveling well together is so important.
So important. So, there was a part in the, and I had to change to run to the next stage, right? To the next ballroom. So I had to take off my blah, blah. And, and my dressing room was the maintenance closet, which is in the stage, because the stage was like, it's in the ballroom.
Right. So you can't run off anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
because I was like, Vegas, they put you in a closet.
No,
Okay.
but that was just the only
Gotcha.
one. But I had my room to change, but for the quick change, there was no back, because it's like a crazy convention, right? So we were just there. It's like, I said, did you ever think you'd date somebody? He said, not in a million years. You would be doing this in Vegas in a broom closet.
This is my life,
This is my life.
You're aboard or what?
But I always feel bad when at shows, somebody would come to him and say, "Are you Arnaldo's manager?" I think that's. Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Did you record the whole thing when we were?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, I left the recording.
Oh my God! Maybe
Just cut that out.
No, the one of Steve, because I may have to ask permission from
Okay,
him.
that's fine.
But that's fine. No, just keep because how would I say? Oh yeah, not in a million years. So, but
So you'd ask him about being a manager.
being a manager, yeah. So, but I think that's part of the. What can I say? I mean, he helps me a lot. I mean,
He acts like management, so I think that also, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't go up. Yeah, he seems like he knows things.
He does. I mean, when we were first dating and I was getting ready, I would never let him see me half done. Oh, everybody else could come up in the room where I'm getting ready. Not him. Oh, he was so how would I say, when you're so incensed, not incensed. What's the word?
He's
Like he would get angry. He would really get mad at me. He's like, why? Because I don't want him to see me like half done. Because that's, it's like, and now after so many years, it's like,
whatever.
I don't know. It's just me. I mean, but my companies could see me. My friends could come up and see me. But no, not Steve. It took a while. Maybe after 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it took a while. Or maybe I'm exaggerating. But I know it took a while for me to like allow him to see me half done. And then when we were going to Puerto Vallarta, because then I would do a show in Puerto Vallarta, the same thing. Can't go into my dressing room, you know. But now that he's helping me change, and at that time I had people who would help me change, right? My friends were here, and I have friends who were like more accessible, and now everybody's grown up and have their jobs and have their relationships, so it's harder to ask for, and Steve is there. I said, if you don't mind, if not, then
I'll call Alexa.
yeah, or if Alexa's free, she would help me, and Alexa's more than happy to help me. So that's so now, yeah.
How did you two meet? You and Alexa.
Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. Alexa and I met. Um, she was, or yeah, she was starting. I know. She went to my show called Girls, Girls, Girls. I did on top of doing the men's chorus, on top of doing my cabaret, on top of doing all the other, having a full time job and doing all the volunteer stuff that I do, I also got involved with the Filipino theater group in the Northwest Asian American Theater. Actually, the Asian American Theater was the first stage I sang in as a boy. So the very first time I sang in Seattle was at NWAT. So anyway, they had a director there that I worked. They were looking for a drag performer at a special show called Coming Home, which is a workshop by Che Yu. He's with the Asian American Theater down in Los Angeles, and he's done a lot of work. So they needed somebody, a drag performer, like a character, was who's Asian, and my character was Miss Visa Denied. So my dream was always to go to the my character was to go to the U.S. That was my ultimate dream, to land myself in the United States, but I never made it, right? So I was supposed to be Cambodian or Vietnamese or whatever, but I would do all these American lip sync things in the show, coming home, and but then at the end I would take off my mask and everything in front of the audience and wash my face in front of the audience, and I would speak at the very first time the audience would hear me speak. I was supposed to not be able to speak English. I would be like, Matt name, stuff like that. So that was my role. So I was acting on the side. So the Cheyu wanted to do a project with NWAT to bring in something fun as a cabaret, and they said, well, Arnaldo, why don't you do a show called Girls, 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 and just do divertissement variety show basically. So I worked with four drag performers who who I met the men's chorus. So all of them can sing, but not all of them are soloists. Some are better singers. So some were in the background. Some. So I did I would do the live singing. I would do Patsy, of course, and I would do. I think I sang "I'll Be There" with Mariah Carey. The version. So we opened with the Supremes. So it was a fantastic show. We were sold out. So there's this little Filipino drag queen wannabe that came up to me and said, "Hi, my name is the real name then, and that's how I met Aleksa. He would come every night, and I didn't know he would come all 3 nights of the show, and he befriended me, and I said at first I was oh, he's cute, nice guy maybe. I wasn't sure, and then he knew common friends of mine, and then for some reason we got connected, um, and he would come more often to my cabarets, and then he would invite me, and then we became good friends. I mean, I saw through the image, and when he became Miss Gay Filipino of Seattle, I said, oh, so he said, oh, I'm like Atasha, it's like, you know, I'm gonna be a contestant, blah 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 blah. So the following day, it's like, I said, oh, what did you win? Did you win? I didn't go because I think I had a show. I said, yeah, I won. I won best in costume, best in choreography, best in like he garnered everything. I said yes. So
Tasha?
no, Aleksa when it became Miss Gay Filipino Community of Seattle.
Aleksa is you two together is like happiness. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
both so very supportive. Of things.
And I mean, and we're real with each other, and if there's something that's not right, we call it out, and and if something bothers us, and we said something, like real sisters,
Real
like
people.
real people, like what's wrong? Talk to me. Well, okay, this is what it's going. And sometimes he just needs a little bit more explanation, and he's younger than me, and he and I feel like he's older in many ways because he's very real. He's very and he's got he rented my townhouse for years, and during that time there were some major things that happened in his life that I was part of, and that sealed our friendship deeper. I mean, on top of not just the drag, there were just other things, and him being part of the being a commissioner for the city of Seattle was like, wow, I was, this kid is not just all about that. I mean, there's more. And now taking his degree and going through his masters, and it's very it's not
It's inspiring.
inspiring. If you can do it, everybody else can.